Do you smell it? That's the stench of failure. My failure. Her voice cracked through the comms just before the feed drowned in static. No one responded, but they all heard it. The air in Greyreach reeked of melted steel, rotting synthetic flesh, and the metallic bite of rain on rust. Towers once proud now hunched like broken vertebrae along a scorched horizon. Blackened vines of cabling clung to concrete skeletons. Red Hood stood still atop the convoy's lead transport, eyes scanning the skeletal ruins of the city she once called home. She adjusted the red cloak that clung to her shoulders, now frayed, torn from 100 battles, but still defiant against the ash wind. The civilians, 7 in all, were packed into the armored convoy like cattle. Scientists. Weak voices. Weak eyes. She hated this. Escort duty. She was a warhound, not a babysitter. But orders were orders, and Greyreach needed to be crossed. Her boots crunched over broken glass as she leapt down from the carrier, pausing at the skeletal remains of a billboard. Someone had nailed the head of a Nikke to it, eye sockets hollow, mouth stitched into a permanent grin with copper wire. "Move!" she muttered, rifle scanning shadows. She saw the city breathe around her, no birds, no rodents, just the whisper of wind, of things unseen. She didn't trust silence here. Silence had teeth. They made it 10 blocks before the ambush. The first explosion vaporized the rear vehicle. Fire bloomed like a demonic rose, and then the screaming started, not just the scientists, not just her soldiers. Screams she knew, ghosts from the past. Sable's voice whispered through the collapsing buildings. "Welcome home, Red." She spun, too slow. The second blast threw her into a wall. Her vision went white, then red, then black. She woke, coughing blood. Her limbs refused to obey. Around her, chaos. The scientists had been flayed open, arranged like marionettes along a desecrated storefront. Nikkes from the convoy, one was nailed to a wall, her chest cavity opened, organs still pulsing from leftover heat. Her eyes were gone, replaced with lenses that blinked. A boot slammed into Red Hood's chest. A dark figure loomed. "You didn't protect them," said a woman in wolf-like armor stitched with Nikke skin. Gray, sinewy, wet. Just like last time. Red Hood's mind screamed, but her mouth stayed closed. The figure leaned close. Her breath smelled of copper and char. "I'm Sable now, not the pet you abandoned." She smiled. "You'll remember what happens to runts." Everything went black. When consciousness returned, Red Hood was chained by the wrists in a cage that stank of oil, excrement, and rotting wires. Nikke remains surrounded her, skulls repurposed into lamp fixtures, fingers used as switches, torsos opened like cabinets. The den. Sable paced outside, armor clinking, dragging a bloodied hook behind her. "Did you know?" she whispered. "When they decommissioned me, they didn't shut me down? No. They strapped me down, cut out my limiter, hooked my mind into their conscious warfare AI network. I died 27 times a day. Every day. For years." Her voice softened, motherly. "Then I killed them all, and made a family." She gestured to the Wolfpack, half Nikke monstrosities, cybernetic hyenas with woman-shaped skulls and razor hands. One grinned, its jaw unhinging to release a small mechanical tongue laced with needles. Every night, Sable returned. "Remember Yuna?" she asked one evening, sitting cross-legged outside Red Hood's cage. "The medic? You left her behind in Sector 9. Guess who found her corpse? Me. I rebuilt her." She snapped her fingers. From the shadows emerged a lumbering figure with Yuna's face stitched onto a new head, metal, bone, and synthetic tissue twitching beneath skin pulled too tight. "I named her Grandma. Isn't that cute?" Sable laughed. "Come, let's play house." Red Hood didn't speak. She memorized every crack in her cage, every motion, every breath. The night she broke free was the night everything went red. She feigned unconsciousness. One of the Wolfpack entered to mock her. She moved like a trap, springing shut, yanking the Nikke's blade arm out of its socket and plunging the sparking end through its neck. Oil sprayed. It spasmed like a marionette and collapsed. She didn't run. She hunted. She slashed through the den, carving her way through cybernetic flesh. Each kill a memory burned in fire. A wolf with 3 faces. She peeled them off one by one. Another with drills for hands. She lured into a wall of explosives, then watched the pink mist rain from the ceiling. She was limping, coughing blood, her systems failing by the time she reached the sewer pit. The floor was slick with blood and water. Fires danced across the walls, casting their shadows long. Sable waited, standing on the edge of the pit in full war gear. Her armor now glowed with embedded Nikke cores, beating alive. "You came," Sable said, removing her helmet. Her eyes were sunken, feral, veins black with corruption. "I never left," Red Hood rasped, clutching a broken pipe in her mangled hand. Sable rushed her. They clashed like gods. Sparks, screams, steel biting steel. Red Hood ducked a blow that would have decapitated her. She slammed her pipe into Sable's side, cracking armor. Sable retaliated, driving a knife through Red Hood's thigh. She screamed, then bit down on her own tongue to stifle it. Blood pooled around their feet. Neither retreated. Sable grinned, catching Red Hood by the throat. "We could have ruled together. No more orders, no more humans, just us." Red Hood leaned in. Her lips were cracked. Her voice was death. "I'm not your sister anymore." She jammed a broken gear into Sable's neck. The teeth dug in with a sickening grind. Blood, black, hot, flooded her face. Sable gasped. She reached out, weakly, fingers brushing Red's face. "I tried to save you." Red Hood twisted the gear. Sable collapsed, gurgling, her eyes wide. Her heart, a Nikke core, still blinked once, then died. Red Hood fell to her knees. She didn't cry. There were no tears left. Dragged herself out of Greyreach, her legs no longer worked. Half her body was burnt. Her lungs rattled with every breath, but her mission wasn't over. She reached command after 3 days of crawling. Blood caked her cloak. Her one eye stared dead ahead. The operators rushed forward. She looked up. "Greyreach is clear," she whispered. "Burn it to ash." Then she collapsed. They found no survivors, no Wolfpack, no civilians, only bones, and one red cloak nailed to a wall, still dripping.